Hi there, welcome back to Apatros Review. In this episode, Into the Blood Ring, directed by Tom Oliver in the year 1995. Hi there, welcome back to Apatros Review, your guide to the wild world of science fiction, action, and horror cinema with me, your host, Mila Sipka. If you want to spell my name, just look at the channel name. Now, in this episode, we look at the film Into the Blood Ring, which was a 1995 direct-to-video martial arts drama directed by Tom Oliver, and what's one of those gun-for-hire films. I have a total of 4 of those gun-for-hire films in my collection, and I'll review the fourth one. I'll review next year, but the third one I'm going to review in the next episode. This is the second one I'm doing. Now, the film was released on the 17th of July 1995 in the US. It was a direct-to-video film, and if you want to find a DVD, the index picture for this video is of the when I put it up, is of the Australian DVD release from Flashback Entertainment. Although this review is a film only. Now, this second film I reviewed from the ultra-cheap direct-to-video film studio Gun for Hire, Into the Blood Ring, is apparently based on a true story about the events conducted in an underground freestyle fighting tournament held by mob boss more than a quarter of a century ago. Apparently it was made for a bet, the tournament. Now, while I'm unable to verify whether the film's claim to be based on true events is correct, what I can say is that despite getting bonus points for realism, the main story about a former Special Forces commando who is earning money from being a taxi driver and an underground fighter to save enough money to help his young son, who is suffering from a brain tumor that only an Australian medical procedure can help, and also planning to move to Australia as well. If you're out there, I would like to give a shout out to you and hoping you have a good life in this awesome country. I know I am. Well, despite getting points for realism, the film ends up being a pretty dull dishwasher ultra-low-budget direct-to-video martial arts drama made at a time when the VHS rental market was absolutely ravishing for martial arts films. While the fighting is pretty decent for the budget, apparently you can convince amateur fighters to kick, and some professional ones to kick each other's asses for not very much incentive other than for kicks, to use an appropriate pun. In fact, there's a lot of fighting in this film, so those out there who want this sort of thing will definitely get more than the money's worth, which will be probably about $2 to $5 depending on how much you pay for those cheaper flashback DVDs floating around. But the production values are too cheap and the direction too flat to make this work in any meaningful way. That being said, the drama that underpins the story is noble enough, and I'm not a drama lover, but at least I went along with the story. It was pretty decent, and I sympathized with the protagonist's struggle to save his son's life and move to a nice locale by using his body as a punch and kick target. So all things considered, a D+, 3 out of 10 for this film. It's disappointing, but it's not bad. Exactly. It's kind of mediocre. Now, if you want to get the DVD, Flashback Entertainment released this and a number of other Gun for Hire films as part of their range in around the early to mid-2000s. But nowadays they're kind of hard to get. Now, the picture quality, if I remember from the Flashback DVD, is kind of, well, it's pretty mediocre. Those early Flashback DVDs were, well, they had a lot of macro blocking in them, which is those like pixels blocks if you look at the picture instead of resolution. But anyway, so but honestly, if you like this sort of thing, that it might be a good diversion if you're a martial arts fan. Anyway, and also Rod Kai actually starred in the film in a small role. I reviewed his other film, Blind Vengeance, in the last episode. Anyway. And the third Gun for Hire film I'm going to review for this year will be American Tigers, and that will be in the next episode, so keep an eye out for that. Now, I don't do reviews, I don't do requests, but if you want to know if a particular film in my collection, or if you have a certain type of film within the action, science fiction, horror genres that you want me to touch upon, I'll just drop me a line in the comment section. I'll let you know if there's one coming up. Okay, I hope you guys are staying safe, enjoy yourselves, and that's it for this review. See ya.